She is the most recognizable person on planet Earth, a one-woman economy, a global phenomenon whose every breath is tracked by millions of fans and thousands of paparazzi lenses. Wherever she goes, chaos follows. If she steps onto a public street, it shuts down city blocks. If she walks through a commercial airport terminal, it would cause a literal riot. The Swiftie phenomenon has reached such a fever pitch that her mere presence in a city can shift the local GDP by millions of dollars in a single weekend. But with that level of influence comes a level of scrutiny that no human being was ever designed to handle. Yet somehow, she is everywhere, all at once. One night, she's sold out Tokyo Dome. The next afternoon, she's in a luxury suite at the Super Bowl in Las Vegas. And hours later, she's recording in Nashville. We see the public arrivals. We see the screaming fans and the umbrella-wielding bodyguards. But that is just the theater. That is what they want you to see. The reality is that for every public appearance, there are dozens of movements made in total, calculated silence. The real movement happens in the shadows. How does the most watched woman in the world disappear into thin air? How does she move an entire empire across oceans without anyone knowing until she's already gone? How does she bypass the most aggressive paparazzi networks on the planet? Forget what you think you know about celebrity private jets. That's just the tip of the iceberg. This isn't just about wealth. It's about a sophisticated, multi-layered infrastructure designed for one purpose: total invisibility. Today, we are cracking open the classified logistics of Taylor Swift's travel operation. We're talking about military-grade diversion tactics, underground terminals, an entourage that rivals the Secret Service, and a flying fortress built to ensure that Taylor Swift is never really there until she's ready to be seen. This is the multi-million-dollar art of becoming a ghost. The media loves to obsess over Taylor's flight tracking. They track the tail numbers. They calculate the emissions. There are entire social media accounts dedicated to refreshing her jet's coordinates every 30 seconds. But they're missing the point of why she uses the specific hardware she does. Taylor doesn't just fly private for the legroom. She utilizes machinery designed for speed, stealth, and ultimate redundancy. Her fleet has famously included the Dassault Falcon 900 and the Falcon 7X. These aren't just flying limousines, they are tactical assets. Why these specific jets? Because they are tri-jets, meaning they have 3 engines. This isn't just a luxury feature, it's a safety and logistics requirement. These 3 engines allow the aircraft to take off from shorter, more obscure runways at smaller executive airfields that larger, more common Gulfstreams simply can't handle. While the world's cameras are trained on the private terminals at LAX or JFK, Taylor is landing at a tiny airfield 20 miles outside the city, where the staff has been vetted for months and the perimeter is locked down. This allows her to enter and exit a city before the local news even realizes her plane has entered the airspace. And once the doors close, the outside world ceases to exist. The level of stress awaiting her on the ground is incomprehensible, so the air must be a sanctuary. Inside this flying fortress, the environment is meticulously controlled. This isn't just about champagne and caviar, though there is plenty of that. It's about creating a mobile home base. The cabins are pressurized to a lower altitude than commercial flights, meaning the oxygen levels are higher and the air is less dry. This ensures she arrives in Tokyo or London without the crushing fatigue of jet lag, ready to perform a 3-hour high-energy set. The soundproofing is studio quality, and the high-speed satellite arrays are encrypted, allowing her to work on new music or coordinate her business empire at 45,000 feet without a single packet of data being intercepted. It's a bubble of normalcy in an abnormal life. It's where her closest friends, her family, and yes, even her famous cats like Olivia Benson can exist without lenses pointed at them. But the jet is the easy part. The jet is just a very expensive Uber. The true genius of her operation, the real secret, begins the moment the wheels touch the tarmac. Think about the last time you flew. The TSA lines, the baggage claim, the crowded taxi stand. Taylor Swift has not seen the inside of a commercial airport terminal in over a decade. When her Falcon lands, it doesn't taxi to a gate. It rolls to a secluded area of the airport known as an FBO, a fixed base operator. These are essentially ultra-exclusive private terminals for the 0.01%. There are no paparazzi allowed, no fans, just secure fences, private hangars, and open tarmac. But even at an FBO, the risk is too high. Her armored vehicles don't wait at the curb. They drive directly onto the tarmac, pulling right up to the jet's stairs. The transition from the cabin to the car takes less than 10 seconds, and this is where the shell game begins. If you see photos of Taylor getting into an SUV, know this: it was calculated. You are seeing it because her team decided it was safe for you to see it. When total secrecy is required, her security implements diversionary tactics that would make the CIA proud. When the jet lands, it's common for 3 identical black Suburbans with matching tinted windows to pull up to the stairs. Taylor gets in one. Her body double, or perhaps just members of her management team wearing similar silhouettes, get in the others. All 3 vehicles depart the airport in different directions simultaneously. The paparazzi waiting outside the perimeter gate have a 33% chance of following the right car. By the time they realize they're chasing a decoy, often a car that simply drives to a local Starbucks and parks, the real asset, Taylor, is already miles away. She is heading to a secure underground garage at her hotel or penthouse using a route that was scouted and cleared hours before her arrival. They call this sterile transportation. The goal is to move from one secure bubble, the jet, to another secure bubble, the car, to a final secure bubble, the destination, without ever breaking the seal of privacy. We've even seen the lengths they will go to avoid a single photograph. Remember the viral rumors of Taylor being transported inside a large audio equipment flight case to avoid the cameras outside her apartment? While it sounds like an urban legend, it is a tactic used by high-level targets worldwide. When the cost of a single photo is worth tens of thousands of dollars to a tabloid, the only way to move is to become something else entirely: a piece of luggage, a catering crate, or a shadow. None of this machinery, the jets, the armored cars, the decoy routes, works without the human element. Look at the guys in the background of her photos. They aren't just bouncers hired from a local club. Taylor's security detail operates at the level of presidential protection. We are talking about ex-military, former Secret Service, and elite private contractors. These are experts in threat assessment, counter-surveillance, and emergency medicine. The operation starts days before she even leaves. Her advance team arrives in the destination city 48 to 72 hours early. They aren't there for the concert. They are there for the logistics. They walk the routes from the airport to the hotel. They secure the service elevators. They sweep her hotel suite for listening devices and hidden cameras. They coordinate with local police departments to ensure that her motorcade can move through traffic without being boxed in. Every door she walks through, every hallway she crosses, has been vetted and cleared. This team is the reason why, despite the mania surrounding her, you almost never see a fan get too close unless she invites them. They are a human shield, a walking intelligence agency dedicated to one principal client. The cost of this 24/7 global security apparatus is staggering. Between the jet maintenance, the fuel, the hangar fees, the armored vehicle leases, and the salaries of a dozen elite security professionals, the bill is easily in the millions of dollars annually. It is a necessary tax on ultimate fame. When you combine the $50 million hardware, the military-grade logistics, and the elite personnel, you realize that Taylor Swift isn't just a person. It is a massive, multinational operation designed to transport a human being while maintaining an illusion of effortless accessibility. The world sees the glamour, the champagne on the jet, the seamless arrivals at award shows. But the reality of secretly traveling as Taylor Swift is a life of rigorous confinement. It's a golden cage, moving at 600 miles per hour, 40,000 feet above the real world. She has conquered the music industry. She has rewritten the rules of the economy. But the one thing her billions cannot buy is the simple, quiet ability to walk through an airport unnoticed. What do you think? Is this level of isolation the ultimate luxury or a terrifying lack of freedom? Would you trade your privacy for the ability to move like a ghost in a $50 million jet? Let us know in the comments below. And if you want more deep dives into the high-stakes world of the ultra-elite, smash that like button and subscribe. We'll see you on the next flight.